Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this wonderful, snowy, but sunny January day. Today, we will present 5 topics. The first is new opportunities for Erie residents to recycle glass. Second is an update on the downtown streetscape master plan. Third, we'll show you the plans to display the West A Street Multimodal project. Fourth, we'll talk about large item pickup. And fifth, we'll review the great services of our Citizens Response Center. Today, we are focusing on the Department of Public Works and many of the initiatives, projects, and programs that we are undertaking to bring life to 2 elements of our vision for Erie: welcoming vibrant neighborhoods and a world-class downtown and bayfront. First, I'm happy to announce that we are working with Prism Glass Recycling, a new company in Erie Management Group's SB3 Industrial Park. Prism will provide residents with an option for recycling glass. In partnership with the Erie Area Council of Governments and local municipalities, Prism will be placing 15 free glass recycling drop-off locations throughout Erie County by the end of this week. They are also planning to launch a curbside pickup program by the middle of this year. To tell us more about glass recycling, unfortunately, Nicholas Bruno, the business development manager from Prism, was unable to be with us, but Laura Gunshin, the vice president of project management for the Erie Management Group, is here with it. So now I'll turn it over to Laura.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for the opportunity to be here today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're very excited about Prism Glass Recycling. As the mayor mentioned, it is a pilot program with 15 municipalities across Erie County, and a pilot program. We have to figure out volumes, we have to figure out collection cycle, we have to figure out all of that so that when we roll it out for commercial collection and residential collection, we have all of our ducks in a row and it's seamless for residents. We're very excited that the city was willing to partner with us for 4 locations throughout city parks. The box for Roger Young Park will go out this afternoon. We also have locations at Walzak Park, Glenwood Park, and Bayview Park. And as the mayor mentioned, we are in the process of rolling out those boxes. Actually started yesterday, and that will get finished up early next week. What's important for city residents to know is that you don't have to color sort. We do ask that you rinse out your jars, that you take off the caps, that you take off any of the plastic rings that are along the outside. So color sorting, not necessary in this pilot program. We do accept food jars, beverage bottles, canning jars, candle jars, perfume and cologne bottles. We're asking that no plate glass be put into the drop boxes or any tempered glass. So I think Pyrex is tempered. Any measuring cups, things of that nature, we ask that you hold off on those for a while. Our website, Prism Glass Recycling, is a wealth of information. If you have any questions about what we do accept, what we don't accept, it's spelled out very clearly there for you. We have cameras in all of the boxes that send us 3 snaps every day. So we will monitor for fullness. We will monitor for any waste or misuse that's in there. We do ask that when you dump in your glass bottles and jars that you don't put any cardboard boxes in there, you don't put any plastic bags in there. If people happen to do that, obviously we'll take care of it, but we do ask that you're cognizant of that and use the boxes for glass only. As I mentioned, our website has a ton of information on there. We're also just getting out onto social media, so if you'd give us a like and a share, that helps spread the word that glass recycling is back. 15 locations across the county. Those very quickly are City of Erie, Franklin Township, Girard Borough, Girard Township, Green Township, Harbor Creek Township, Mill Creek, Northeast, Venango Township, Washington Township, and Waterford Borough.
Thank you very much, Laura. We really appreciate all that you are doing. Erie Management Group is really making this happen. Thanks also to the Erie County Recycling Program, Erie Area Council of Governments, the City of Erie's Public Works Department, City of Erie Sustainability Coordinator, Sarah Peelman, Cap Glass of Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, and the Glass Recycling Foundation. Thanks to all those groups for working together over the past year to provide us with this opportunity for glass recycling. I have actually been saving my glass now for several months since I first heard about this project. I want to remind Erie residents of the 4 locations where the drop boxes in the city of Erie will be located. Again, they are Roger Young Park, Joseph Walczak Senior Park, Glenwood Park, Bayview Park. And for residents that live in Northwest Erie, there will also be a drop box in the West Erie Plaza, just across Pittsburgh Avenue, which is the border, of course, between Erie and Mill Creek. Please remember to wash the glass containers of all the residue and remove all caps and lids. The labels stay on. If you want more information about Glass Recycling Pilot Program, please visit prismrecycling.com. In 2010, when I was serving on City Council, city staff and community partners engaged in designing a comprehensive downtown streetscape master plan. As mayor, one of my top priorities in the world-class downtown and Bayfront section of the Activating Our Vision plan is to fund downtown streetscape master plan so we can activate it and get it moving. Identifying matching funds to implement this plan has been challenging. As mayor, I have learned that completing a project as complicated as this just does not happen overnight. But because of all the private investment being made throughout the downtown right now, my team and I made this a top priority. When we announced the Activating Our Vision plan on January 9th of 2020, we set a goal of committing $5 million towards implementation of the Downtown Streetscape Master Plan. At that time, we felt that was a real stretch goal, but we were passionate about getting this done. I am now very happy to report that as a result of the hard work of city engineer John Tushak and grant writer Abby Skinner, with help from Chris Groner and Deb Smith coming up with creative solutions, we have actually exceeded that goal with $5.8 million now committed to implementing the Downtown Streetscape Master Plan. John Tushak has served as the project lead. Without John and his dogged determination, we would not be able to celebrate this accomplishment today. John will now share some detail on the footprint, the design, the timeline, and next steps. John?
Thanks, Mayor. First, I'll talk about the funding sources. The first and largest funder of the project is what we call RACP, or Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program, and that amount is $3.5 million. It's actually 2 separate awards that are combined into one project. Then there's the Environmental Protection Agency Great Lakes Restoration Initiative for an amount of $336,500, an EGRA Mission Main Street grant for $250,000, and community block grant funds in the amount of $1,393,500. And the Perry Square Alliance, through the Erie Community Foundation, is contributing $73,000. And then the city of Erie, with matching funds of our own, will contribute $252,000 at this point, unless we can come up with more grant funds, for a total construction cost of $5,805,000. Then, because the RACP is a 50-50 match grant, we're allowed to use the appraised land value of Perry Square, which is $1,445,000, for a total project of $7.25 million, which gets us the 50% of the $3.5 million of the RACP. The RACP grant is a 50-50 dollar-for-dollar match reimbursement grant. So for every match dollar invested from other grants and funds, the city receives a RACP dollar. This is a wise investment of funds such as Community Development Block Grant and others to achieve leveraging of funds. I have to stress this though, RACP requires an approved, very specific business plan before the grant agreement and scope of work is finalized. The city of Erie is still working through that process, So the scope of work that follows is one proposed by the city but is not yet finalized. It is subject to change. The Streetscape project is planned to be performed in 4 phases, including at least 6 projects over a period of at least 3 years. Phases 1A, 1B, and 1C will take care of the underground and infrastructure, and then phases 2, 3, and 4 will be the reconstruction of sidewalk, concrete sidewalk, and curb. Phase 1A will include about 25 soil cells and inlets. A soil cell provides an underground structure to support the sidewalk and roadway, yet contain loosely compacted soil in which tree roots can grow and thrive without damaging the roadway and sidewalk surface. Inlets collect stormwater to filter it and channel it to the soil cells to water the tree roots and to provide additional protection to Presque Isle Bay from surface pollutants. This is an EPA Great Lakes Restoration Initiative project and the Erie County Gaming Revenue Authority Mission Main Street project. Another part of this phase is to remove misplaced trees, trim well-placed trees, and plant trees where they are missing. Tree placement is critical to provide proper unobstructed street lighting and adequate coverage. This phase will be constructed on State Street, east and west sides from 2nd Street to 12th Street. Phase 1B will be the Perry Square electric service expansion. This phase will be the expansion of the existing electric service in Perry Square, east and west, to provide additional connection points during events and during food service for better coverage and to eliminate the need for lengthy and overhead extension cords. Funds are being provided by the Perry Square Alliance from a grant provided to them by the Erie Community Foundation. Phase 1C is street lighting and electric service. This phase will replace and rehabilitate aging street lighting with proposed Streetscape standard decorative lighting, poles, arms, and fixtures, and provide metered electric service with conduit and cable as required. This work will take place generally on State Street and French Streets from 2nd to 12th, and East 3rd, 4th, and 5th Streets from State to French, North Park and South Park Road from Peach to French, and East 6th Street North Side from French to Parade. And lastly, phases 2, 3, and 4 will be the replacement of aging and defective concrete sidewalks and curb. At-grade tree boxes will be expanded to appropriate sizes to permit watering, aeration, and growth of tree roots with walkable, permeable, easily maintained surfaces. The tentative location of phases 2, 3, and 4 will be generally in the area between Peach and French, between 2nd and 12th. Each phase equally divided in cost and work spread over at least the next 3 years at 1 phase per year.
Thank you very much, John. We really appreciate your commitment and drive to make this happen. That's what really made this project a reality. Thanks also to Governor Wolf's office, our state representatives, ECRA and EPA, and the Perry Square Alliance, as well as the Erie Community Foundation for their contributions. Because of this partnership, we are able to leverage the investments, taking the project over $5.8 million, which allows us to expand our initial footprint for this phase of the implementation. Thanks to everyone involved in the Downtown Streetscape Master Plan for their hard work driving this project forward. You are helping us create a world-class downtown and bayfront. Now, another exciting project that is underway is the West 8th Street Multimodal project. This project currently has an online virtual plans display. The purpose of this display is to introduce the project and receive public input by Thursday, February the 11th. To tell us more about the purpose, footprint, design, budget, and timeline of this project, we will hear from 2 people. Jason Sayers from our City Engineering Department, who is our project lead, and District Press Officer Jill Harry. So Jason and Jill, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Schember. I would like to take a few minutes to discuss the city's West 8th Street multimodal project. The project's work limits are Pittsburgh Avenue on the west and Green Garden Road on the east. The project will provide streetscape and mobility enhancements for pedestrians and motorists along the corridor. This portion of West 8th Street is a mix of businesses, residences, a school, a fire station, and Shriners Hospital. Specifically, the project will include such items as asphalt resurfacing, pavement markings, inlets, curbs, sidewalks, driveway aprons, ADA curb ramps, pedestrian lighting, and tree planting. In addition, a new traffic signal, including a left turn phase for both eastbound and westbound traffic, will be installed at the West 8th and Lincoln intersection. The total estimated cost of the project is $3.3 million. Specifically, the funding sources are a state multimodal transportation grant for 70% in the amount of $2.5 million and city of Erie matching funds in the amount of 30% in the amount of $778,000. Finally, I would like to discuss public involvement. The city has posted the project to Facebook and has placed a link on its website, which is cityof.erie.pa.us under important announcements. These avenues will direct you to PennDOT's online virtual plans display. Next up, PennDOT will provide additional details regarding their platform. Please understand that your comments, questions, and concerns are important to us. We look forward to hearing from you.
Jill is having trouble getting on with us. Let me just kind of go over some of the things she would have presented. PennDOT is committed to providing a safe, efficient transportation system for residents, commuters, visitors, and West 8th Street project collaboration is just one example of that. The goals of this project is to increase safety for all users, including motorists, pedestrians, cyclists. As Jason mentioned, the project is being paid for with a state multimodal transportation grant, and work is tentatively scheduled to occur during 2021 and 2022 construction seasons. As part of PennDOT's role in the administration of the grant and the project, we are hosting a virtual plans display on a website for 2 more weeks. That's until February 12th. People can check out the project plans by going online to www.penndot.gov/district1 and clicking the public meetings link in the right column. Along with the plans, you will also find an online comment form. We have already received several responses, but welcome more feedback. They're really looking for more feedback on this. They want it from residents, businesses, commuters who live, work, and travel along that 8th Street corridor. Non-computer users can get information by reaching out to PennDOT. The project manager is Leslie DeVoto, and her phone number is 814-678-7174. So thanks to everyone who's taken the time to complete the comment form already, and they really look forward to getting a lot more responses to the comment form in the coming weeks. So thanks very much, Jason. Really appreciate it. This is another exciting project that helps the welcoming, vibrant neighborhood portion of our vision really become reality. Jason, thanks also for your leadership on this project. PennDOT, we really thank PennDOT as well for the great partnership in this transformative project. I hope everyone checks out the virtual plans display, which includes digital picture boards and an online comment form. And remember, this is available until February 11th. You can find the direct link on our website and on our social media channels. Next, Erie Public Works employees are really dedicated public service. They are responsible for engineering, traffic engineering, building facilities, maintaining the city's infrastructure and facilities, providing services including sewer collection and treatment, refuse and recycling, maintenance of city vehicles and equipment, tree trimming, caring for our 54 parks and playgrounds, street signage, street paving, and snow plowing. That's a lot on their plate. Public Works actually maintains the city's foundation for economic development and neighborhood revitalization. Even during this pandemic, our Public Works employees strive to provide high-quality service by maintaining and developing the city's infrastructure. The work performed by Public Works staff has a direct impact on the quality of life of all of our residences, our businesses, and visitors to Erie. Today, I would like to highlight one of the services our Public Works team provides: large item pickup. There have been complaints about large items being left out on the curb. We changed the City of Erie's large item pickup in the year 2018. This provides an opportunity for residents to get rid of large items year-round. It also saves the city money in overtime and efficiency by scheduling a certain number of large pickups every night. The city is committed to picking up large items as part of the service we provide to our residents, to our residential refuse customers. But residents must make an appointment for large item collection. You can make the appointment for pickup of up to 3 large items in 2 ways. First, you can go online at cityof.erie.pa.us and search for large item pickup. Or you can call 870-1550 during our normal business hours. Once your appointment is made, you will be told the date to place your large item on the curb, and you'll receive a confirmation number. The date will always be on the evening of one of your regular refuse pickup nights. You must receive the date and the confirmation number before placing any large items out with your garbage. This enables us to limit the number of large items put out to a number that we can complete easily each day. When you put out large items, please place them on the curb away from obstructions. Only regular household furniture and trash are permitted. The following items are never permitted to be placed at the curbside: construction materials, tires, electronics, or any kind of hazardous waste. You must make other arrangements to dispose of those items. Once again, you can schedule a large pickup in 2 ways, large item pickup in 2 ways. First, go online anytime at cityof.erie.pa.us and search for large item pickup, or call 870-1550 during our normal business hours. This information is also provided on the city calendars that we send out to all residents at the end of December. Finally today, I want to showcase our Citizen Response Center. The Citizens Response Center is a very responsive service available to anyone who has a complaint, a concern, a compliment, or even a question about any services delivered by the City of Erie. If you submit your request via https://go.citigrow.ws/erie-citizen-response-center. Whew, that was long. If you go there, you will receive updates about the status of your request and be able to check back on it at any time. The Citizen Response Center can also be contacted Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. And that number is 870-1111. Of course, Moss Sala powers the Citizen Response Center. He strives to resolve all questions, comments, compliments, and concerns in a quick and orderly fashion. He does a great job at that. If there's an issue, Moz works with the department heads and with me to find the best resolution to move forward. Believe it or not, in 2020, Moss fielded and dealt with a total of about 3,185 calls for service. I often receive compliments about work that Moss is doing when I'm out in the community. Moss, thank you for this wonderful service you provide every day to Erie citizens and business owners. The Citizens Response Center is a very important part of how my team and I can govern in an open, honest, transparent, and accessible manner. That concludes today's press conference. Everyone who spoke is now available for any questions. Thank you very much.